Hey guys, Ken from Pig Apparel. Hey, I know it's been a little bit of time before I said I was going to do this video. So this video is going to show you how to do your CMYK, which is going to give you a real life look to screen printing. So you're going to need 4 colors for this and 4 screens, of course. So you're going to need your cyan, your yellow, your magenta, and your black. So let's get going. But first, let's roll that intro. Alright guys, so for today you're going to need a program called Adobe Photoshop, and that's where we're going to print or actually do our CMYK separation so you can actually screen print it, and I'll show you how to separate it. So let's get it going into Photoshop. Alright guys, so in Photoshop we're going to open up a design I've already picked out. We're going to crop it down a little bit, and we're going to go into image, and we're going to set it up. We're going to move it up to 300 resolution, and as well as the 300 resolution, let's go back in there. Go to image. We're gonna put this at say 11 inches wide, because we use film output at 13 by 19. So we'll do this at 11 inches wide. Alright, so that's good to go. Go up to image. We're gonna go to mode. We're gonna go to CMYK. We're gonna flatten it. Okay. Now the good thing with Photoshop, guys, is you can actually go into channels on your right hand side, and if you don't have this, you can always go to Windows, and you can select channels. Okay, so what's good about this is it already has it built in. So as you can see, is it already separated it into what we need to print CMYK. Over here they have this little 3-down button. If you go over here to split channels, it's actually going to split all the channels and put them on top. So as you can see, we have magenta, we have cyan, yellow, and that's black. Okay, all right, so we're going to start with cyan, and we have to first go into image, go into mode, and we have to change it to bitmap. For it to go into bitmap, guys, it has to be already grayscale. Okay, so we're going to go into bitmap, and we're going to method for use. We're going to go to halftone screen. All right, this is going to allow us to do halftones, and that's what you need to do CMYK printing. Okay, so we're going to leave it at 300. All right, say okay. Frequency, I found if around 40 to 45 is ideal. Okay, and now the angle. Okay, so angle is going to be for cyan, it's going to be 15. Okay, and it has to be 15, cannot change it. Magenta 75, black is 45, and yellow 0. And what this does is it moves the circles of the halftones just slightly, and it allows it to overlap, which causes different colors to make when you're screen printing, because you're going to print it wet on wet. Okay, so 15 is for cyan. Now the shape, we're going to go to round, which is for the halftones, and we're going to say okay. Now as you can tell, when we zoom in, we have all these halftones. Okay, and the reason why I go about 40, 45, you're definitely going to want to use a higher mesh count if you're going to screen print this. 300, 350. I would say never ever go under 200. When I first started and I tried it, I did it at 200. It didn't turn out the greatest. So stay above 200 and you should be fine. And definitely use the inks for CMYK printing. Just don't think, oh, I got all the colors, I'll just do it. Okay, it won't work, or if it does, it won't work as well. Okay, so let's go over to your Magenta. Okay, we're gonna go into image, we're gonna go into mode, we're gonna go to bitmap. All right, it's already gonna come up with halftones, 300. All right, frequency is at 40, like we need. And now for angle, for Magenta is 75. And it's already set to round. We're gonna leave it okay. And as you can see, again, we got all our halftones, okay? And then yellow, same thing. We're gonna go into image. We're gonna go to mode, go to bitmap, 300, halftones, okay. We're gonna keep it at 40. And now yellow is 0, guys, okay? And as you can see, all that right there, okay? All right, let's go on over to black. We're gonna go to image, we're gonna go to mode, bitmap. We're gonna do 300 output, halftones, okay. 400, the angle, we're gonna change to 45. And then we're gonna say okay, and now this is gonna be this. All right, so now everything's set up exactly how you need to print this out. Depending on if you have a a RIP software or not. You don't even need the RIP software. You can go in here to your print, okay. And what's good about having Photoshop, right? We'll get off of the AccuRip. We're going to go into the Epson, okay? But what's good about this is printing settings. Let's make sure we got all of our stuff set up properly. All right, that's correct, right? Photoshop's going to manage your colors, okay? Because you definitely want to make sure that your output is correct, okay? And just scroll down. All right, we're gonna do center, okay. But what's really good is in Photoshop, as you can see right here, you can highlight or check the registration marks, and they will actually make registration marks. On top of that, you can do the description, and it also will allow you to, it will automatically put in that this is the Cyan, this is the Magenta, whatnot, okay? So once you do all that, you just want to make sure everything's good to go. And when you go to print, make sure you have all your settings set up, and then you print, okay? It's very, very easy once you do it the first time. But after that, after you get done with your first one, it's definitely going to be a little bit easier. So this is how it looks, and let me show you again what it actually, let's show you exactly what it would look like. So this is what you would print, all these different colors, and all you're going to be using again is your cyan, your yellow, your magenta, and your black. And when all these move, remember on the angles, you had different angles, 15 and 75. So when they move a little bit, they're going to overcross, and this will help it change colors. Now, if you're going to print this, I would print it on a white shirt. If not, you need to take it and you need to print you need to print like a border. And if you're going to do it on black shirt, you print a big border of white, and then you're going to print this down. And print everything on top of the white. Make sure the white's flashed so it's dry to the touch, and then you're gonna print all your colors wet on wet. And then on top of that, you have to also check after a little bit of printing your colors when they start to blend. They're actually going to start coming out better. Okay, so let's exit out of the computer, All right, guys. So like I was saying, after the first couple shirts are going to be okay, but if you start to print more than say 4, your colors are going to start migrating, and wet on wet is going to become better. How I print this, there's a certain order on how you print, and I'll have to put that in the description below. So there's a certain order you have to print. You can't just print black, yellow, magenta, cyan. You have to go in a separate, a certain order for it actually to work. And if you don't, then it won't work, and it won't migrate, and it just won't work. Black, if I remember correctly, everything black is always last. Okay, but I'll put in the description below on exactly the order you have to print it on. I also put the angles that you need for your cyan, your yellow, your magenta, and your black. So you guys can always find that below. And then I'll put the description or where I found this picture on Google. If you guys want to follow along and print it out yourself. Maybe in the next video what we'll do is we'll actually print out the film, and we'll actually do a couple prints on the press with this design, and we'll show you how it turns out. So if you guys do like this video and you guys want to continue following along, we'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up. It definitely helps our channel grow. And again, once we get to 100 subscribers, we're at 73 right now. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway of some shirts, hats, and stuff along those lines as well. So definitely smash the thumbs up, share this video. Let's help everybody get more familiar with printing, and then on top of that, let's also help everybody else understand what goes in behind of screen printing, but also with your brand as well. If you guys have any questions, please comment below, and like always, be safe and let's have fun, guys.